I don't believe that my tenure is up yet as city commissioners, and I'll let the work I've done speak for me.
Pastor Daisy Henry, a former Bunnell City Commissioner and longtime community advocate, passed away on Friday at the age of 77. She was born and raised in Bunnell and attended the segregated George Washington Carver School. This is Henry speaking during her campaign for Bunnell City Commission in February 2014.
I'm the pastor and founder of Joy with Love Outreach Center, the founder of Spirit of Truth Outreach Ministries, and the founder of the Alliance and Involved Ministries. I'm the mother of 7 children, 20 grandchildren, and 22 great-grandchildren. You have to think about that. But my main concern is, as you say, I've been working hard to be an advocate for our community.
Pastor Daisy Henry served on the Bunnell City Commission for 14 years. Good morning, Flagler County. I'm Rich Carroll. You're listening to Flagler's Morning News on Monday, May 6th. We're looking at the race for Flagler County Commission District 1.
Andy Dance has lived in Flagler County for more than 50 years.
I've seen the county's growth from a small rural county through a bedroom community, and now as it grows into a medium-sized community. I've raised 3 children through our public school system, and I'm a small business owner. I'm a landscape architect. I have my own consulting firm.
Dance served on the school board for a dozen years before being elected to the Board of County Commissioners.
As your county commissioner, I'll continue to be a steward for the land and the residents. I prioritize in decision-making the protection and conservation of our natural resources. In addition, public safety and fiscally conservative spending. Some of my notable achievements were a revamp of our county processes. That was in lieu of some poor decision-making in the past where the board wasn't totally transparent. And those processes will just make government, more transparent to the public.
Right now, the contest for District 1 is a 2-person race. Tomorrow, you'll hear from Dance's opponent, Fernando Melendez. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Daryl Moody.
The Flagler County Sheriff's Office arrested a Palm Coast man after video evidence surfaced of him abusing his 91-year-old grandfather. Flagler County Sheriff Rick Staley.
A grandson, who's the official caretaker of his grandfather, decided to batter his grandfather and shove him to the ground. Fortunately, he was not seriously hurt. Deputies responded to a complaint about the battery and also calls that went to the Florida Department of Children and Family Services. The grandson stated he did not do anything to his grandfather and had a video to prove it. So he sent the video to deputies, which actually showed him battering his 91-year-old grandfather. That's a very despicable individual that would do that. And as a result, he was taken to the Green Roof Inn for battery on an individual over 65 years of age. If you're a caretaker, you have a responsibility to take care of that individual and not attack them.
41-year-old Brandon Valentine was arrested and is currently being held on $10,000 bond. This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota US 1 St. Augustine, here to wow you. Can you really get free health care?
In Flagler County, yes, and it's the Flagler Free Clinic. Executive Director Terry Boletto said on a recent episode of Flagler Health Matters that the clinic started about 19 years ago.
We were established in 2005. Some of your listeners might remember Dr. John Canacris, who was the first medical doctor to come to Flagler County in the late 40s, and he built our first 3 hospitals as well. We were actually housed in the building that was the first hospital in Flagler County and was Dr. Canacris' office.
Boletto said that nurse practitioner Faith Coleman also helped to start the clinic. You can listen to Flagler Health Matters here on WNZF on Saturday mornings at 11:30 or anytime on the Flagler radio app. Tomorrow, Faith Coleman's role in the Flagler Free Clinic.
Vern issues a challenge.
Okay, Vern Shank puts forth a challenge. He said that while life is too short for us not to do the things we want to do, we should just do them.
Everybody has dreams, and you don't want to be one of those people, even though it's a cliche, that you're on your deathbed and you're like 98 years old and you go, gosh, I wish I had just done that. Well, if you wanted to do it, just do it.
He said that while life may get in the way of our dreams, we need to move forward and pursue those dreams.
Pursue your dreams. Do what you want to do. Don't think it, do it.
Business Minds Coffee Chat with host Jay Shears on WNZF on Saturday mornings at 8:30, and it's on the Flagler radio app. From the WNZF newsroom, I'm Deb Albertson.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.
And now, Mike Licio with your WNZF local sports update.
It's playoff time in Flagler County. Saturday morning, the FHSAA revealed the baseball and softball brackets, and 2 county teams continue on to regional play. FPC Baseball's 9-1 push to finish the season was enough to earn an at-large bid, despite an opening round district loss to Sandalwood. They travel to Orlando tomorrow night to take on Timber Creek at 7 in the first round. The Matanzas Pirates softball team lost 5-3 to Deltona in the district final last week, but their name was still called for an at-large playoff berth. They make the 420-mile trip to Santa Rosa County to take on Gulf Breeze Thursday night. The Pirates are looking for their first playoff win since 2021 and their first 20-win season since 2019. First pitch Thursday will be at 7 Central, 8 o'clock Palm Coast time. Track and field regionals take place this week at the University of North Florida. Matanzas will compete tomorrow, FPC Wednesday, for the chance to compete in next week's state meets in Jacksonville. The Orlando Magic were in Cleveland for Game 7 of their first-round series against the Cavaliers yesterday. The second youngest team in the playoffs seemed unfazed early.
Drives inside, the Euro step layup is good. A methodical, beautiful move from Banchero.
Mike Breen, ESPN. The Magic led by as much as 18 in the first half. Banchero's 24 were the most in NBA history by a player 21 or younger. Coach Jamal Mosley.
There's a reason why he's an all-star. There's a reason why he'll be all-NBA. Big moments. He never shies away from them, never backed down, wanted every ounce of whatever they were throwing at him. All the things that we've asked him to do in these big moments, he did.
The Cavs came roaring back, cutting the deficit to 10 at the half. Orlando shot just 17% from the field in the third. Cleveland took the lead with 3:39 left in the period and never looked back, taking the 106-94 win and advancing to play Boston in the second round. Banchero finished with 38.
I think it really changed after halftime. Crowd gets into it, they get going. Donovan Mitchell got going, and them seeing him get going kind of rubbed off on everybody else, and guys started to make shots, make plays.
Paolo adds this series shows how far the Magic have come in a short time.
For us to just take this to 7 and then have a great first half, and then have them have to fight for every inch to get back in and end up beating us, it just shows where we're headed, shows what we were able to do in just this year by itself.
The Daytona Tortugas finished their road trip 9-3 with a 5-0 win at Palm Beach yesterday. WNZF is your home for local sports, with updates Mondays and Fridays. From the Sports Desk, I'm Mike Licio.